Hello everyone, welcome back to another class. Today we'll be working on our spine and our hips. In traditional Chinese medicine, the channel that runs through our spine is called the Du meridian, DU. And Du meridian is one of the 8 extraordinary channels outside of the 12 primary channels in Chinese medicine theory and acupuncture theory. So we have the 12 primary channels, which are associated with our major organs, and we have these 8 extraordinary channels that run deeper in the body and are associated with the substance of Jing. And Jing is our hereditary energy that is stored in our kidneys. So Du meridian is also strongly associated with our kidney energy. And if you remember from our previous videos, kidneys are associated with the water element, and the complementary pair to the kidney channel is the urinary bladder channel, which also runs along the spine and our back body, the posterior aspect of our body. Now the hips, if you've seen my previous videos, are associated with the gallbladder channel. The gallbladder channel runs on the side of the body all the way to the fourth toe. So with today, you can sit on the block if you have one and place it under your sitting bones. If you don't have a block, you can just sit cross-legged or sit on your shins like I am right now. If for whatever reason you can't have your feet flat like this, you can always curl your toes under. So do what is best for you right now. We'll start with mobilizing our wrists, because our wrists do take a big weight to bear in yoga, in arm balances, and in life in general, right? We use our wrists and our fingers a lot. So just a few circles through our wrists, and then switch it to the other side. That's it. And then let's go through the elbows, and then reverse that. And then let's go through the shoulders. So really draw the arms forward, externally rotating through the shoulders, so reaching the thumbs out. And then as you go all the way up, draw the shoulders in to internal rotation to reach to the back. And again, inhaling up through external rotation and exhaling through internal rotation. That's it. Again, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. Last one like this. Inhale and exhale. Nice. And then just a little tuck of the chin towards your chest, keeping nice long extension through the spine, and little semicircles side to side. Good. And then lift your chin up, still keeping that length in the neck, and go side to side. You might hear little cracks and pops, giving yourself a little adjustment. Good. And then come back center. Very nice. And let's come on to hands and knees now. You can move your block to the side. And in hands and knees, bring the right palm behind your head and start to rotate through the shoulder 5 times one direction and then reverse. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, reverse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Go to the other side, left palm on the back of the head, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Inhale, reach the right arm up towards the sky. As you exhale, thread it through, but don't touch the floor. Just hover here. And then inhale back up. Exhale, hover through. Inhale back. Exhale, hover through and come back center. Good. We'll do the same on the other side. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, hover through. Last one, inhale and exhale, hover through. Okay, now let's go on to the hips. So right hip circles, external rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now thread the right leg through. You can push into the fingertips if need be and really press into the outer edge of your right foot so you're not collapsing in the ankle joint. Leg is straight-ish to the best of your ability. And you'll feel a deep stretch through the gallbladder channel on the lower limb, your IT band as well. Good. Come back through and let's go to the other side. So left side, hip circles, external rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And thread the left leg through, diagonally across. Really push into the outer edge of the left foot, straightening through the left leg. This can be intense, so if you need to bend your knee, go right ahead and modify. Good. One more breath. And back through. That's it. Inhale, right leg back behind you. Shift your torso forward. Tap the chin to the floor. Exhale, push back round the back. Good. Inhale, forward. Exhale, push. Inhale and exhale. Push. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Last one. And exhale. Good. Other side. Inhale, left leg back. Shift your torso forward so you want your elbows directly over your wrists. Exhale, round. Some people here collapse onto the forearms like they're praying, but we want to really reach the chest forward so the elbows stay over the wrists. And exhale. Good. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. And exhale. Very good. Here, curl the toes under, start to lift towards downward facing dog. Wiggle the hips a bit side to side. And then we'll go through some spinal undulations or spinal waves. We round the back as we shift forward into plank. Strong protraction through the shoulder blades. And then bend the knees, arch the back to go into downward facing dog. Again, forward, inhale, and exhale, arch. Inhale, round. Really push the floor away through the fingertips and arch. Exhale. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale and exhale. And inhale, right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, knee to chest. Hover. Step right foot forward and then release the back knee down. Walk the right foot out. Externally rotate through your right hip. And then left palm is on the floor. Right palm pushes on the inside of that right thigh like you're tractioning, lengthening out of the right hip socket. That's it. Also here, try not to collapse onto the right ankle, but push actively into the outer edge of your foot. Good. 3, 2, and 1. And then come back through center. Lift yourself up into this low lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. Interlace the fingers, pointer fingers up towards the sky as you hug the arms around your ears. And then either stay here or strongly engage through the left glutes, tuck the tail, and exhale, sink a little bit further forward. Make sure you don't feel any aches in your low back. If that's the case, just shift your weight back so your left hip is directly over your left knee. Good, shift the weight back. So now the left hip is directly over the left knee, and grab with your right palm onto the left wrist. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, side bend over to your right and bend your elbows. Good. Keep squeezing the glutes on the left. Sometimes we just kind of like to hang out in poses or sink into our joints without engagement. But to really get strong in yoga, we need to engage throughout the practice. Otherwise, for those people who are a little bit more hypermobile, they just have the tendency to sink into their joints, which in time can cause all kinds of dysfunctions. Good. And then from here, slowly release. Bring the palms onto the floor and step to plank. Good. And 5 more waves here. Push the floor away. Bend the knees and arch the spine, down dog. Inhale, rounding forward to come to plank. Exhale, arch, down dog. Inhale, round the back. Plank, exhale, arch. So we're really here invigorating the dual meridian, the governing vessel, which is super important for the health of our spine. I have quite a few patients who struggle with spinal issues, spinal stenosis, bulging discs, herniated discs, retrolesthesis, anterolesthesis, and we want to prevent that. Good. And then come into downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, knee to chest, hover, push the floor away, and step left foot forward. Release the back knee down, walk that left foot out, externally rotating through the left hip, coming onto the outer edge of the left foot, and the left palm now pushes the left thigh out, creating more space in that left hip joint. Good. Good. Come back center. Walk that left foot in. Come up to your low lunge. And now try to grab the opposite clasp. So usually we have a dominant clasp of our hands, fingers. Try the opposite clasp. Index fingers interlace. Reach the arms up and squeeze those arms around your ears. Strong engagement here throughout the entire body. And then either stay here or squeeze the right glutes a little more. Tuck the tail under and shift your weight forward. Good. Keep the length in the neck as well. And then shift your weight back, right hip directly over the right knee. Left palm now grabs onto the right wrist. As you exhale, side bend over to your left, elbows are bent. You can look up or you can look forward, your choice. Make sure your neck is not suffering wherever you are. Good. Come back through center, plant your palms flat, come into plank position. And then here we'll go through a little vinyasa. So shift your weight forward. You can always release the knees to the floor. Otherwise, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale through up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Wiggle the hips a little bit side to side. You can bend one knee. If you bend your right knee, really draw the hips over to the right. You'll feel a deeper stretch through the left side. And then bend the left knee, shift your hips over to the left. You'll feel a deep stretch through the right side. Good. Again, one more time like that. Over to the right and over to the left. Nice. Inhale, right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, knee to chest. Hover, push the floor away. Really protract through the shoulder blades. And then you'll have an easier time stepping through with your right foot forward. Good. Hold here, and then I want you to grab a block if you have it and place the block in between your palms. Draw the arms in front of you. Really push the weight into the right foot. You'll feel the engagement through the right thigh and hip. And if you don't have a block, you can still pretend by actively squeezing palms towards one another without allowing them to touch. Good. Breathe here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bring the block down or fingertips to the floor. Shift your weight into the right foot and bring your left knee to meet the right. And then inhale, draw the left leg back. Exhale in, knees meet. So this is like a stork position. Inhale back. Exhale in, 2. Inhale back. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. And exhale, 5. Very good. Now slowly start to lift up, come up to stand. If you lose balance, you can always bring the foot towards the floor, palms onto your hips. Bring that left knee up and then push through the left leg straight in front of you. So for some of you, you might be here, leg a lot lower. Otherwise, try to keep the leg parallel to the floor to the best of your ability without compromising your spine. So you don't want to be tilting to the side. Good. One more breath here. And then slowly rebend the knee, step back through a lunge position. Left palm down onto the floor or onto the block. And exhale, twist, right arm up towards the sky. Good. Breathe here. 3, 2, and 1. Remove the block. Place the left palm down, and then from here, we'll step into wild thing. So right foot steps behind the left leg, release the hips down, inhale, and then exhale, lift it up. Arching here, push strongly into the ball of the right foot. Hips are elevated, left leg is straight. Good. And then slowly come towards side plank. Bring the right knee into the chest and see if you can grab onto the right ankle and slowly start to push your right knee back. Good. Hold here for 1, 2, 3. Release. Plank position and move through Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale forward. Up dog. Exhale down dog. Good. Very nice. Inhale left leg up towards the sky. Exhale knee to chest. Hover, push the floor away strongly to make it easier to step through. Good. And then here again, either grab your block, push into the block, or press your hands towards one another actively without letting them touch if you don't have a block. Good. Release your block down. Shift your weight into the left foot, really feeling a strong weight in the left leg, and then bring the right knee to meet the left. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale in. 1. Inhale back. Exhale 2. Inhale back. Exhale, 3. Inhale, back. Exhale, 4. Last one. Inhale and exhale, 5. Very good. Start to stand on up. Bring that right knee up, palms onto your hips, and start to push the right leg forward. Good. Breathe here. 1, 2, 3, and 5. And then slowly start to step back into a high lunge. Either plant the right palm onto the block on the inside of the left foot or hand free. Inhale and exhale. Good. 2 more breaths here. And 1. Move the block if you have the block on and release the right palm down. We'll step into Wild Thing from here. So coming onto the outer edge of the right foot, step the left foot behind the right. Release the hips down. Inhale and exhale. Lift up. Wild Thing. Good. Really feeling the bend in our spine. Still invigorating that dual meridian, and our legs were working really strong for that gallbladder channel to open up. Good. Coming through side plank. Bring that left knee into the chest so it's easier to grab onto the ankle, and then press left knee back. Hold for 1, 2, 3. Come through plank. And here we go down onto our knees. We release the chest. We come into Sphinx pose. Good. Open up through the front of your chest. Collarbones are nice and wide. Glutes are engaged. Tuck the tail. Draw the abdomen in. Good. And now lift the right leg off the floor. Lift the left arm forward. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Release. We go to the other side. Left leg lifts. Right arm lifts. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Release. Bring the palms on to the floor next to your ribs. Curl the toes under, lift the knees, and press through plank. Inhale here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Really lift the sitting bones and wiggle the hips side to side. And then make little circles through your hips in your down dog to invigorate the area of the low back where the low back attaches to the sacrum. So L5, S1 area, and then reverse. That's it. Good. Slowly inhale, right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, knee to chest. Push the floor away, step right foot forward. Good. Again, either bring the fingertips onto the floor or block in front of you. Bring the left knee to meet the right, and here we'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We lift up. This time, keep the left knee bent, right palm on the outside of the left knee, a left palm onto the sacrum, and twist to the left. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come back through center, grab onto the left ankle, start to shift the left knee down so both knees are now together, and then we hinge at the hip on the right side to come into our Nataraj dancer pose. Right arm in front of you, left foot pushes into the left hand, and find the gaze somewhere on the floor in front of you, that drishti, as we call it in yoga. Good. 2 more breaths. And 1. Slowly come back through center. Release the left foot, and we'll go into figure 4 with the right leg externally rotating. So bring the right knee up, externally rotate through that hip, and then bend the left knee to come into this figure 4 chair. Really sink the butt back so you're not feeling anything in the front of your knee. And then your forearms can rest on your right knee and shin, inner knee. Good. And we stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come out. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, palms to chest. Inhale, back up. Exhale, swan dive over your legs. Inhale, lengthen. Flat back. Exhale, palms down. Step to plank position. Good. Move the block to the side if you have it there. And then bend the knees. Chest comes down to the floor. Inhaling through Sphinx. And then this time, see if you can lift both legs off the floor. Engage, push the forearms into the ground. Keep the collarbones wide. 2 more breaths. And 1. Curl the toes under, lift the knees, and then start to round the back to push into forearm plank. Good. Really make sure that your hips are not sagging, but they're also not up to the sky. You want one straight line. So just a little tuck of the pelvis here. Good. 2, 1. Come onto your palms to plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Wiggle a bit side to side. You can make those circles through the hips, through the lumbar sacral spots, and reverse. And inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to chest. Hover. Step left foot forward. Grab your block if you're using it. Press the fingertips into the block. Shift the weight into the left foot. And then bring right knee to meet the left. And hover. And we stand on up, keeping that right knee bent. Good. Left palm goes onto the outside of the right knee, right palm onto the sacrum, and twist to the right. From here, we'll grab onto the right ankle, release the right knee to meet the left, and then hinge at the left hip, shifting the torso forward. Left arm reaches forward. Push the right foot into the right hand actively. Slowly come on out. And then we'll go into figure 4 stretch. Left leg out. External rotation through the left hip. Sink your sitting bones back and down. And then rest your forearms onto your left shin. Good. Slowly come on out. And then we'll come into Malasana squat, yogic squat. So separate the feet hip width apart or a little wider and accommodate for your hip bone shape, right? Some people have this external rotation naturally going on. If it's not a muscular thing, if you've been doing yoga or movement a long time and you still have your feet out like this, that means it's the shape of your bones that is causing that action to happen. So squat down deeply. Bring your sitting bones down low. If you have to lift the heels up, feel free to do that. Otherwise, push the elbows into your inner knees, inner thighs, and lift your chest up. Good. Breathe here for 3, 2, and 1. Left palm pushes on the inside of that left side, right arm up towards the sky as you twist to the right. Come back through center, go to the other side. So right arm down, right palm down, left arm up to the sky, twist. And then come back through center and have a seat. We'll go into fire log pose to end our sequence. So left shin will be parallel to the edge of your mat. Right knee lifts up towards your armpit. You can do a few swings just to open up the hip a little bit more. And then place your right ankle onto the inner thigh and the knee. So you don't want the foot on the inside of your knee. You want the foot to dangle like that and engage through the ankles so you're not inverting the ankle joints, and then walk the sitting bones back a little bit. That will allow you to drop the hips a bit more towards the floor. Now you may stay here. If you want, you can also fold a little bit forward. Some of my students say that this position, if they have bony ankles, which of course all of our ankles are bony, but some people feel it a little bit more than others, you can always place a blanket or even a t-shirt or something that you have cloth just to pad up your ankle bone so you don't feel any pain on the inner knee here, okay? And when I say inner knee, I don't mean the joint, I just mean the flesh sometimes hurts. And then if you'd like, you can fold forward just to get a little bit more depth in your stretch. You'll see some people naturally, their hips are just very open because their hip sockets are deep and the rotation of the bone inside the hip joint is just very easy to happen. So their knees will just plop down, whereas some other people, their knees are gonna be high up like this, which again, like I mentioned, it can be either due to a functional thing like muscle tightness or a structural thing, which has to do with the shape of your bones and the angles of the neck of your femur bone and how the head of the femur bone is placed inside the acetabulum, which is your hip socket. So don't feel bad if you've been doing yoga for years and you still look like this with the knee up. That is probably a structural thing and not a functional thing. Now lift up, lean back, and let's go to the other side. So right shin is down. You can bring the left knee in towards your armpit a bit, forward and back, and then place the ankle on top of the knee with the foot dangling. Walk the sitting bones back a bit, and then either stay here or inhale, and as you exhale, fold forward. I like to nerd out on anatomy a bit because I also teach anatomy and physiology at Pacific College of Health and Science in New York City, and I'm very passionate about anatomy. And it's really important that we know our bodies, right? I always say we are going to be in this body forever. So the more we know about our structure and our function, the better we can serve our bodies. Also, if you feel like you're tighter on one side than the other, stay on that side a little bit longer, right? Don't favor just one side, which is very easy. As teachers, we demo usually on one side and then we become a little bit uneven in our body. But as a student, really try to get to the side that's tighter and stay there longer. And then inhale, lift, lean back, and then just give those hips a bit of a windshield wiper action. So bring the palms behind you and prop yourself up and go into internal hip rotation and external, just to counter all that external rotation we've been doing, and invigorating the gallbladder channel, which, like I said in my previous videos, belongs to the wood element. And it's the yang pair to the liver organ and liver channel. And then we've opened up our spine a lot today, invigorated the du meridian, which will keep our spine nice and supple and healthy. Very good. And now bring your legs out in front of you, stretch out. Inhale, reach the arms out in front of you. As you exhale, start to round through the back, lowering down to the floor with control. The first point of contact will be your sacrum, then your low back, mid back, and shoulder blades, and then finally your head. And release into your Shavasana here for a few moments. I have some students who always skip Shavasana, our final resting pose. They're always running back to the outside world. But I find that this pose can be the most challenging one, because being still for us human beings in this very busy world is a harder thing to do these days. So give yourself that challenge of staying still after all this movement, because in the end, we really are preparing our body by doing physical asana to be able to go into meditation and concentration stages of yoga. So with asana, it is just one limb in the 8 limb path of yoga. And if we try to practice at least a few of those, we'll be better off in life. Just notice how your breath is working. Notice your heartbeat right now. Just be fully present with your body. If there's noise around you, just take in the sounds. Make that your meditation practice. Instead of being distracted, bring it in to your advantage. Good. And now just wiggle around a little bit. Stretch your arms overhead. And then come up into a seated position. And then rub your hands quickly. And then wash your face like you're just waking up. And you're all good to go back to your day. And be kind to yourself and be kind to others. Namaste.